Trapped in a cave where time moves at a different pace, a group of students discovers that years are passing outside in just hours. With their lives on the line and the mystery of the fountain of youth unraveling, they must escape before time runs out forever. Today, I'll recap a 2017 adventure sci-fi film, Time Trap. So, keep your eyes wide open and stay safe because this one's a wild ride. The movie kicks off with Hopper, an archaeology professor, on a mission to solve a decades-old mystery. He's hunting for a group of hippies who vanished in the 1970s, and his search leads him to a remote cave system tucked away from the world. While exploring, he stumbles upon an old hippie van, rusty and forgotten, like a piece of history frozen in time. Things take a strange turn when Hopper discovers a cowboy, seemingly paused mid-action in a tunnel. Creepy, right? Feeling uneasy but determined, Hopper heads back to town. He decides to call off the project and dismisses his graduate students, Taylor and Jackie, telling them their work is done. But let's be real, you know they aren't just going to walk away. Hopper decides to head back to the cave system, starting at the same opening where he first spotted the frozen cowboy. As he moves deeper inside, he notices something strange, an invisible barrier blocking his path. It's not just a regular wall or obstacle, it's something unnatural. When Hopper reaches out to touch it, the air feels different, damp and heavy, almost like stepping into another world. Whatever this barrier is, it's not just stopping him physically, it's giving off an eerie vibe, like something big is waiting on the other side. A few days go by, and Hopper hasn't come back. Worried about him, Taylor and Jackie decide to go look for him. They bring along their friend Kara, who shows up with her little sister Vives, and a goofy friend named Furby. Together, the group heads out to retrace Hopper's steps. When they reach the cave, they come across the same rusty hippie van Hopper had discovered earlier. Inside the van, they find old photos that hold a surprising secret. As Taylor and Jackie piece things together, they realize that the missing hippies Hopper was searching for weren't just some random strangers, they were his parents. The mystery just got way more personal. The group follows Hopper's trail all the way to a campsite near the cave. There, they spot an entrance with climbing ropes already set up, leading deep into the darkness. Curious and determined to find Hopper, they decide to head inside. But Furby, feeling a little spooked, volunteers to stay behind and keep watch at the base camp, just in case something goes wrong. One by one, they lower themselves into the cave, their flashlights barely cutting through the eerie shadows. As they venture further, strange noises echo all around them, sending chills down their spines. Then, out of nowhere, they come across the same invisible barrier that stopped Hopper. It's like hitting a wall made of air, silent but impossible to push through. Something about this place feels off, and the group knows they're in for more than they bargained for. As Hopper steps into the cave, something unbelievable happens. The cowboy he saw frozen before suddenly walks away like nothing was wrong. Confused, Hopper turns to look outside and sees something even stranger. Shadows of sunrise and sunset flash by over and over, as if days are passing in just seconds. Hopper cautiously exits the cave, but the world outside looks completely different. His Jeep is still there, but it's covered in vines and weeds, as though it's been sitting for years. Even his loyal dog is gone, leaving Hopper all alone. Nearby, he spots Taylor and Jackie's car, but it looks old and weathered, like it's been abandoned for a long time. Realizing something is seriously wrong, Hopper makes a bold choice. He heads back into the cave, determined to find Taylor and Jackie and uncover the truth about what's really going on. When Furby stops answering their radio calls, the group starts to worry. Jackie decides to climb back out of the cave to check on him, but as she's making her way up, the rope suddenly frays. She loses her grip and falls, crashing back down and injuring herself and Taylor in the process. The group grows suspicious, wondering if Furby might have cut the ropes to mess with them, but things take a creepy turn when they hear a faint voice crackle through the radio, calling for help. The message is weak. The voice says, "Help me," over and over again. The group freezes because the voice claims to be Furby, and it's coming from deeper inside the cave. Desperate for answers, they decide to follow the transmission, even though they have no idea what they'll find. At another junction, the group stumbles upon a different opening to the cave and makes a chilling discovery. Furby is lying lifeless on the ground with a broken neck. Shaken, they find his video recorder nearby and decide to watch it, hoping to figure out what happened. As they watch, they notice something bizarre. From Furby's perspective, several days passed, even though the group had only been in the cave for about an hour. In the recordings, Furby starts digging through the hippies' belongings and uncovers an important clue. Hopper wasn't just searching for random missing people, he was looking for his sister. The video reveals that Hopper's sister became sick, and his parents began searching for the legendary fountain of youth to save her. They followed stories and rumors, believing this cave system might be the source of the myth. The recordings show Furby discovering another cave entrance and deciding to explore it after days of waiting. At one point, he tries to retrieve keys for a vehicle, but tragically falls when his climbing rope snaps. Watching this unfold leaves the group stunned, realizing just how dangerous and mysterious this cave really is. Taylor pieces together a shocking theory. The cave is trapped in some kind of time distortion, where time moves much slower than normal. Realizing they're running out of options, Kara decides to free climb out of the cave to try and get a GPS signal. When she finally reaches the surface, she's horrified to find the terrain completely barren, with no signs of life. Massive dust storms rage across the land, and when she looks up, she sees something enormous orbiting the earth. Kara quickly heads back into the cave, shaken by what she's seen. When they compare the video recordings, the group discovers something shocking. From their perspective, Kara was only gone for a few seconds, but she experienced 30 minutes outside. This proves Taylor's theory is correct. Time in the cave moves much slower compared to the surface. Reviewing Furby's footage again, they make another disturbing discovery. Although Furby survived his fall, he didn't die from the accident. He was murdered by a caveman, confirming the cave holds dangers far beyond just time distortion. Kara and Taylor realize the time difference is way more extreme than they first thought. Entire years, possibly even thousands, are passing outside in just a few hours from their point of view. The gravity of their situation finally hits them. They're cut off from the world they once knew, and time is racing far beyond their control. Hearing more eerie howling echoing through the cave, Kara decides to climb out again to find help. Just as she's about to start her climb, a futuristic humanoid spaceman suddenly descends into the cave using a retractable ladder. Before the group can react, a caveman charges at them, but the spaceman skillfully subdues him without harming him. The group decides to run, but they stumble upon a shocking scene. A whole tribe of cavemen is gathered, inspecting the lifeless bodies of the cowboy and Hopper's parents. Before they can sneak away, they're discovered, and chaos breaks out. Taylor bravely fights the cavemen to protect the others, but is tragically overpowered and killed. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, the spaceman returns and steps in to protect the remaining group from the cavemen. Using advanced technology, he places Taylor into a mysterious healing pool of water, giving the group a glimmer of hope. But things quickly take another turn for the worse. More cavemen attack, and this time, the spaceman is fatally wounded while defending the others. With his dying breaths, the spaceman reveals crucial information, showing them several media clips about their disappearance. The clips explain that in the time they've been trapped in the cave, humanity has evolved into a spacefaring civilization. The group is left stunned, realizing just how far they've fallen out of time and how much the world has changed. As Taylor explores deeper into the cave, she makes a heart-stopping discovery. Hopper, badly injured, is lying near another time dilation field. Inside the field, Taylor sees something impossible. Hopper's long-lost sister, surrounded by a fierce battle between a group of conquistadors and cavemen. The fight is happening over control of a waterfall at the center of the cave system, which is the source of the strange time distortion. Hopper weakly explains that this is the place where the time field is the strongest and that he cannot rescue his sister. He tells Taylor to leave and save the others, as he knows he is dying here too. With a heavy heart, Taylor prepares to leave the cave and use the spaceman's ladder to escape, but before they can make it out, they are ambushed by more cavemen. Just as it looks like they might be overwhelmed, Kara is suddenly pulled through the time portal by future beings, unable to help her friends. From Taylor's perspective, Kara reappears, but something has changed. She's dressed differently, and strange rope-like mechanisms are attached to her, allowing her to pull her friends through the portal one by one. The group is left stunned, wondering what new surprises the future holds for them. A short time later, something unbelievable happens. Furby wakes up, followed by Hopper and his family. It turns out they've all been brought back to life, thanks to the mysterious healing waters. The group can hardly believe their eyes, but there's no time to waste. When the others finally arrive, they're excited to share some incredible news. They explain that they're no longer on Earth, but aboard a space station. The team has so many things to catch up on and an entire new world to explore. With so much ahead of them, they realize their journey is far from over. So, which awesome movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below and let's make it happen. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on our movie recaps. We've got plenty more coming your way. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Produced by Warner Movie Recaps 2.